Number 3, going green this time by. The lights are out, coming down. You hear the buzz of the 4-cylinder motors cranking up, and down the front stretch they come. And the 32 machine of Gilliard getting a great jump, but he climbs the hill, and that allows down low, Easy Just Geezy to blow by and into the lead. Johnson just decides he's not going to have it, and he's going to go bonsaiing down into 3, and he got up into the Bryce Bierken on the outside of row 3, and Johnson by himself in row number 4. Here we go again. Just bringing him down, and the buddies, teammates, Essler and Geezy, go down into 1 side by side, and the outside is not the spot to be on the start of this race. As Gilliard tries to get down low on Essler and not able to do it. So this first time by, it'll be Geezy, Essler, Gilliard, Johnson. No, excuse me. The Bierken car is 4th, now 3rd, then Johnson, and then Blanchard. Around again, he's got to get her going, or he'll be out of the race, and he does exactly that. The 8J Johnson gets her rolling again, throws the tear off and says, man, oh man, I got some work to do now, but I got a clear track in front of me so I can make it into a test session. The truck driving man up front, Jerry Essler, then Geezy, and then Johnson. Bierken, thank you for my spotter. Johnson with the 2 cautions, or 1 caution and a spin out almost, is out back. Bierken digging hard there, and he will take over on this lap. 2nd spot, as Essler still leading him around by about 8 car lengths or so. Geezy way up the hill, just kisses the wall coming out of 2, and that allows the 32 of Gilliard to catch right back up. Then Blanchard, and then Luke Johnson, who is doing a commendable job of reeling everybody back in. He's still last place, but he has closed a full straightaway gap down to about 4 car lengths on the 31 car. Still Essler way up front, but driving hard towards him is the 6JB of Bryce Bierken, and he's closing that gap. 2 to go this time by for Essler. Up front, it'll be 1 to go this time by for the 11 car, as he's struggling to keep her down on the bottom of the track. Geezy. Johnson up to 4th spot after being dead last, 4 or 5 laps ago. And coming to the checkers, look at Bierken. He's closed it down to 1 car length, but he'll run out of time. Essler, Bierken go 1 and 2. Easy Just Geezy comes home number 3. And Luke Johnson with points leader, the 6B of Joey Brown. Here we go. Sabraski and Larson side by side down into 1. The high side has been really bad for everybody on the starts, and indeed it's bad for Larson as well, as Ziski goes by, Sabraski goes by. Ziski's down low. He's got to get hard on the binders to not get into Sabraski, but he does manage to do it. So leading lap number 1, it'll be Sabraski, Ziski, Larson, then Bodden, Guerin, and Brown. That is how they go by for lap number 1. Oh, and hard into the outside wall goes Joey Brown, the 6B. We got 7 to go. Sabraski bringing him down. Ziski gets a good jump down low, and almost your leader coming into turn 1 is Ziski. Larson up on the high side again, going to try it and try it and try it. Ziski with a good drive, as well as Sabraski. Larson's going to try it down low, no room. Sabraski, he's protecting that inside as well as he drifts up. Ziski's going to try the high side. Larson goes, I know what happens when you go up there, so you go ahead and go up there, Dustin, and I'll go right underneath of you. Dustin figured that out as well and stayed right on the edge of that cushion. Sabraski up high. Ziski down low. Little crossover action. Ziski's going to try the high-low. There he is, check up. Sabraski drifts high. Ziski tries to out-drag race him down the backside. Not able to do it. He's going to try it again down in 3 and 4. Come in really high, check up on the brakes, get down low, and he will have the inside line going down into turn number 1. But Tommy aims right for the tire, and Ziske has two choices: hit the brakes or hit the tire, and he wisely chose to hit the brakes in that number 24 car. This time he's going to stick it right up on the high side, try to regain that area that he lost there. Sobraski down low, and that's going to cause him to drift up high, coming out, and Ziske set him up, and then try to clean him up, but Sobraski was able to block it, and they touched just a little bit coming out of 2 there. Ziske tries it again down low, does the crossover again down the straightaway. This is Mod 4 action, people. Look at that. Sobraski doing what he's got to do to hold him off. Ziske comes in hard on top again, and he'll have really 2 more chances. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Sobraski right to the bottom of the track again, and that's what sort of got him in trouble last time. Ziske right there says, I'm not going to the inside, I'm going to the outside. And he's got a car on him. He goes checkers or wreckers down into 3. Drag racing around the outside. Sobraski. Ziske, with about 5 feet to go in the race, edges out the Y4. You don't want to race the pace car. So here we go, getting ready to go 15 Monster Energy Mod 4 laps. Jonesy looking him over, and here we go. Great jump out of the 8J on the outside, and he stays up high, giving all sorts of room to whoever wants it on the inside. Beating and banging Essler. They're 3 wide back in the pack as Larson to the inside. And then it's the 8J car of Luke Johnson. No, that's the 6J of Bjerken coming up through the field. Giese goes high, Bjerken drifts up, and then the little crossover and drag racing down the backstretch. Bjerken outpowering Giese in the 32, and he is up in, that's Bjerken up into the 3rd spot. Everybody else tucks in, and they're single file doing a little Amtrak train impersonation coming out of 4 there. Is your Mod 4 class. Baden bounces off a couple tires, and he's down to the infield and slow. And I'm not sure if the caution will come out for that. Indeed, the caution does. And they're lined up, getting ready to go. 13 more Monster Energy Mod 4 laps. Here we go. Green is flying. Johnson with a great start. Essler puts the 3rd row 3 wide, and then thinks better of it. Giese goes way up the hill, gets into Larson just a little bit, loses all of his momentum, and they're going by him left and right, going down the backstretch. Ziske to the inside. Essler and Larson beating and banging off each other. Look at this. This is like, these are expensive cars, guys, and you're beating and banging them all up. I think not on purpose, however. So the only guy not in any kind of worry, and just as I say that, he goes up, nearly bounces himself off the wall. Johnson and Bjerken. Essler stays down to the inside of Larson, and it was hit the tire or hit Dean Larson, and those two are getting after it. The 37 and the 11 beating and banging off each other. Dustin Ziske says, why don't you guys keep that up, and I'm just going to go right around the outside of you both. So Ziske up to the 4th spot. The 11 and the 37 beating on each other some more. And if I remember last week, those two were not very happy with each other last week. And so Bjerken, Johnson, and now Essler with a broken left front. And coming down, lights are out, going green this time by right now. Bjerken, Johnson, Sobraski, your top 3 down into turn number 1. Are they going to come out that way? Yeah. Ziske holds on to 4th, Larson in the 5th spot. Sobraski up the hill, and too close to call for 2nd spot. Luckily we don't have to call it because it's lap number 8, not lap number 15. Baden gets all out of shape in the 81. Further back in, he corralled it under though. Got that steed under control. Giese, and he has got a broken right front tire, and he's out of the race. And we stay green as Giese apparently out of the racing line. The 6J car, Birkin, is just driving away from the field here as he's gapping a little more each lap, more and more. Luke Johnson, the 8J, then Ziske up to third, Sabraski fourth, then Larson, and then it's our other 32 driver, the 32 of Dwight Gilliard. And that is how they run right now. Sabraski got a bad push coming out of the 2 and 4. Ziske, he's the fast guy on the move right now in that 24 car in the third spot. Birkin has pretty well control of things as he's running that high lines, high, wide, and handsome, as they say. Ducks it down to the inside. Look at him arc it on the outside, and he's keeping that momentum really high, whereas some of the other guys are going right down to the bottom and trying to make things happen. But you get that big push when you go down to the bottom. Larson doing that, trying to arc around the middle, and it's just not a fast line as those guys losing more and more ground here to the 6J car of Birkin as he drives away. Johnson in the second spot, Ziske, and then Sabraski. Look at Johnson, got up into the marble. Ziske right to the rear bumper, and we'll have to see with 2 to go, 1 to go this coming time by. Is the 24 going to get the 8J? The 6J looks to have things under control here with 1 lap to go. But the battle between Johnson and Ziske. Ziske down low. Johnson dragging down into 3 and 4. Checkers. It'll be Birkin. Johnson holds off Ziske, and then Sabraski, your top 4, and then Dean Larson comes home in the 5th spot. And so it is in your Monster Energy Mod 4 class. Bryce Birkin, the JDP Electric, Justin Martin Construction, Hogginson Lawn and Snow Pro, Morty's Bar, Mortensen Masonry out of Felton. He slides down into that Monster Energy Mod 4 winner circle. And we'll get him out of the car, give him a hand. Nice racing by all. Geezy's car is broken. Essler's car is broken. Those guys kind of best buddies on and off the track, and both guys having front suspension issues. And we get our pageant girls, Miss Brainerd Lakes and Miss Brainerd Lakes outstanding team down there as our trophy girls. Laura is our trophy girl. Our junior fans are down there as well. Axel will get Bryce out of the car. A little fist pump action. Congratulations on your most recent win in the Mod 4 Monster Energy class. Our A mods getting ready to go. These guys going 20 modified feature laps. There is 10 of them